To neutralize and collect biological specimens, they moved with terrifying mechanical precision. Quantum-enhanced sensory systems, adaptive combat algorithms, weapons capable of molecular disassembly. Hyun-Ki's electromagnetic shield created an invisible barrier. Each drone that approached experienced systematic technological failure. Communication systems scrambled, propulsion mechanisms reversed, sensory inputs corrupted. Nara watched in absolute technological shock. Her extraction team, representatives of a civilization that had conquered hundreds of galactic systems, were being systematically neutralized by a small human research team. The confrontation wasn't about firepower. It was about adaptive intelligence. One alien drone managed to breach initial defenses, targeting the research station's primary complex. Before it could initiate collection protocols, Jay's system transformed the entire facility's structural integrity. Quantum adaptive camouflage activated. The entire research station seemed to liquefy, reshape, become part of the surrounding landscape. Technological signatures disappeared, biological markers randomized. The alien extraction team's primary systems began experiencing catastrophic failures. Communication networks collapsed. Technological superiority transformed into systematic confusion. Jay's approach wasn't traditional combat. It was technological judo, using the opponent's force against themselves. Each alien technological attempt was met with unexpected human creativity. When quantum scanning systems tried mapping the research station, Songmin's custom algorithms created infinite recursive dimensional spaces, effectively making technological mapping impossible. Yoonji introduced microscopic nanite systems into alien communication networks, creating deliberate systemic confusion. Information pathways became labyrinths of misdirection. The confrontation lasted precisely 47 minutes. When it concluded, the alien extraction team's technological supremacy had been completely dismantled. Nara stood in absolute technological bewilderment. Her civilization's most advanced extraction team, defeated by a small human research group using improvised, creativity-driven technological solutions, humans didn't just resist. They transformed resistance into an art form. As alien spacecraft began systematic retreat, Jay simply adjusted his research glasses, looked at his team and said, "Interesting evening. Who wants coffee?" The research station's lights flickered. Advanced marine research equipment continued monitoring oceanic ecosystems. Outside, waves crashed against rocky shores, a constant reminder of life's perpetual adaptation. Humanity had just demonstrated why they were more than just another species in the galaxy. Thanks for listening. The aftermath of the technological confrontation settled like a quiet mist over the research station. Sunlight filtered through advanced quantum adaptive windows, casting soft geometric patterns across sophisticated laboratory equipment. Nara's fundamental understanding of sentient life had been completely dismantled. Her transmission back to her home civilization would be unlike any report in their extensive galactic archives. Humans weren't just another species to be catalogued or conquered. They were a living, breathing technological marvel that defied conventional scientific comprehension. Jay sat quietly, reviewing oceanic ecosystem data as if nothing extraordinary had happened. His casual demeanor contrasted sharply with the epic, interdimensional confrontation that had just occurred. "Would you like some tea?" he asked Nara, as casually as one might offer a colleague morning coffee. The alien observer's translation matrices struggled to process the profound simplicity of the moment. Her entire civilization's understanding of first contact protocols crumbled in that single mundane interaction. Hyun-Ki entered the laboratory, carrying a collection of marine research samples. Complex holographic displays tracked microscopic, oceanic life forms, each specimen representing decades of careful, patient scientific exploration. "Our marine restoration project is showing promising results," he mentioned, completely unfazed by the recent alien invasion. Nara's observational systems detected something extraordinary. These humans didn't celebrate their victory. They simply continued their work, treating the interdimensional confrontation as a minor interruption. Yunji's specialized quantum communication systems began processing the encounter's data, not as a military engagement, but as a complex, scientific interaction. Her algorithms transformed the confrontation into a fascinating research opportunity. The nano-adaptive response mechanisms we developed could revolutionize marine ecosystem protection, she mentioned, her excitement purely scientific. Sungmin was already designing new technological safeguards, his fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. Each movement suggested humanity's most powerful weapon wasn't advanced technology, but adaptive creativity. The research station itself seemed to breathe with collective intelligence. Advanced systems integrated seamlessly, creating a living technological organism that was more than the sum of its parts. Nara's transmission began taking shape. Not a report of conquest or defeat, but a profound revelation about human potential. Humanity represents a unique evolutionary paradigm, her initial draft read. Their technological adaptation isn't mechanical, it's organic, emotional, unpredictable. Outside, oceanic waves continued their eternal dance. Marine life moved through complex ecosystems, a living metaphor for human adaptability. Jay approached Nara, holding a detailed holographic representation of global marine migration patterns. Would you be interested in understanding how we track ecosystem interactions? He asked, his tone suggesting genuine scientific curiosity. The invitation wasn't just professional. It was a bridge between civilizations. Nara's advanced sensory systems detected something unprecedented, an authentic desire for mutual understanding. No hidden agendas, no technological conquest, just pure, genuine scientific exploration. Her civilization had conquered hundreds of galactic systems, but they had never truly connected. Humans did connection differently, not through technological superiority, but through emotional intelligence, through creativity, through collective problem-solving. The research team continued their work, treating Nara not as an alien observer, but as a potential collaborator. Boundaries dissolved. Technological barriers became collaborative opportunities. As evening approached, the team shared a communal meal, stories mixed with scientific discussions, personal experiences intertwined with global research perspectives. Laughter echoed through advanced technological spaces. Nara's final transmission would challenge everything her civilization understood about first contact. Humans are not a species to be studied. They are a living, breathing technological marvel, where emotion, creativity, and scientific exploration create something truly extraordinary. The research station's lights dimmed. Advanced marine research equipment continued monitoring complex ecosystems. Outside, stars began their nightly dance, a constant reminder of infinite possibilities. Humanity had just rewritten the rules of galactic interaction. Thanks for listening. Hairy moment. Her mission's original emotional detachment began crumbling. These humans demonstrated something beyond survival. They represented a complex emotional ecosystem where individual risks could be sacrificed for collective preservation. As the last researcher was pulled to safety, Jay's communication systems transmitted a calm, almost casual update. Rescue complete. All personnel safe. No dramatic declarations, no seeking recognition, just pure, efficient action. The storm began dissolving. Moonlight gradually replaced lightning's fierce illumination. The rescue craft returned, its advanced systems humming with quiet efficiency. Nara realized her initial mission parameters were fundamentally flawed. Humans weren't just another species to be studied. They were a remarkable, unpredictable form of intelligent life that defied traditional scientific classification. Her technological systems processed this revelation. Emotional complexity wasn't a weakness. It was an extraordinary evolutionary adaptation. The research station returned to its normal operational rhythm. Jay began immediate medical evaluations of the rescued researchers, demonstrating another layer of his remarkable capabilities. First contact was no longer about observation. It had become understanding. Thanks for listening. The research station buzzed with renewed energy after the dramatic rescue. Jay's team gathered in the communal laboratory, their camaraderie evident in every shared glance and casual interaction. Advanced holographic displays flickered with marine ecosystem data, but the real complexity happened between the humans themselves. Yoonji, one of the rescued researchers, brought homemade traditional Korean rice cakes. Despite having nearly died hours earlier, she moved with infectious joy, distributing treats among her colleagues. Each team member received not just food, but a moment of genuine connection. Nara's observational systems worked overtime. Her species viewed reproduction as a purely functional process: genetic transfer, population maintenance, evolutionary optimization. But here, something entirely different unfolded. The rescued team didn't just work together. They cared for each. Other Hyun-ki, the eldest researcher, noticed Yoonji's slightly injured hand from the rescue operation. Without hesitation, he carefully cleaned and bandaged her wound, his movements gentle and protective. No formal request, no calculated exchange, just pure, instinctive support. Nara's technological systems struggled to categorize this behavior. Her mission protocols suggested documenting human interaction, but her emerging consciousness wanted to understand. Jay moved between workstations, his leadership style unlike any hierarchical system Nara had encountered. He didn't command, he collaborated. Each team member contributed uniquely, their individual strengths creating a complex, adaptive network more sophisticated than any artificial intelligence. A young marine biologist named Sung-min shared a personal story about his daughter's recent science fair project. The entire team listened, celebrated, offered suggestions, personal narratives intertwined with professional expertise, creating a social ecosystem far more intricate than Nara's civilization could comprehend. Technological displays showed marine migration patterns, but the real migration happened in human emotions, stories flowing between individuals, creating invisible but powerful connections. Suddenly, an unexpected moment revealed everything. The station's emergency communication system pinged. A remote marine research outpost needed specialized equipment. Immediate transportation was impossible due to challenging weather conditions. Without discussion, the team began problem-solving, not as individuals but as a collective organism. Hyun-ki calculated alternative transportation routes. Yoonji contacted regional research networks. Sung-min identified potential equipment replacements. Jay coordinated, his leadership a subtle conductor's baton guiding this remarkable symphony. Within 30 minutes, they had developed 3 alternative solutions, each more innovative than traditional bureaucratic approaches. Nara's observation: algorithms detected something extraordinary. These humans weren't just solving a problem. They were demonstrating a form of collaborative intelligence that transcended individual capabilities. Their reproductive strategy wasn't about genetic transfer. It was about collective survival, shared knowledge, emotional investment. A holographic display showed marine ecosystem data transforming into a living, breathing representation of interconnected life systems. Each data point moved, adapted, communicated. Much like the humans themselves, Jay approached a complex quantum imaging system, his movements revealing decades of specialized training combined with intuitive understanding. He wasn't just a scientist, he was an explorer, constantly pushing technological and biological boundaries. As evening approached, the team's energy didn't diminish. They shared a communal meal, discussing research, personal stories, future possibilities, laughter mixed. With serious scientific discourse, personal challenges were met with collective support. Nara's technological perspective underwent a fundamental transformation. Humans weren't just a species to be studied. They were a complex, adaptive, emotional network, a living technology more advanced than any mechanical system. Reproductive revelation wasn't about biological transfer. It was about creating connections, sharing knowledge, supporting collective growth. The research station's lights dimmed. Advanced marine research equipment continued monitoring oceanic ecosystems. Outside, waves crashed against rocky shores. a constant reminder of life's perpetual motion and adaptation. Jay looked out the window, his reflection mixing with the technological displays. A smile played on his lips, understanding something profound about humanity's remarkable journey. First contact had become first understanding. Thanks for listening. The night sky erupted with an unnatural luminescence. Massive gravitational distortions ripped through the atmosphere, creating impossible geometric patterns that defied terrestrial physics. Nara's extraction team had arrived. 3 enormous spacecraft materialized simultaneously, each resembling liquid mercury sculptures suspended against the starry backdrop. Their technological signatures suggested capabilities far beyond human comprehension. Quantum displacement engines, molecular reconfiguration systems, advanced weaponry that could obliterate entire continents with microscopic precision. Jay's research station's advanced monitoring systems immediately detected the intrusion. Quantum sensors went into overdrive, tracking each microscopic energy fluctuation. Incoming external technological signature, the station's AI announced in a calm, almost casual tone. Threat level, extreme. Most human research teams would have panicked. Jay's team transformed into a precision machine. Hyun-Ki activated specialized electromagnetic shielding, a prototype system developed from marine research technology. Yoonji began routing communication channels through quantum-encrypted networks. Sungmin initiated advanced jamming protocols designed to disrupt potential alien communication systems. The alien extraction team's primary objective was clear: retrieve Nara and collect human genetic samples for comprehensive analysis. Their technological superiority suggested total mission success was inevitable. They were wrong. Jay's team represented something far more dangerous than traditional military resistance. They were adaptive problem solvers with zero institutional limitations. The first alien probe attempted network infiltration. Within milliseconds, Sungmin's custom firewall transformed the invasion attempt into a recursive loop, effectively trapping the technological intrusion inside its own systems. Massive, robotic reconnaissance drones descended. Design. The coastal research station hummed with quiet anticipation. Jay Park leaned against the weathered metal railing, his eyes scanning the turbulent Pacific waters. Salt spray kissed his weathered jacket, a testament to months of marine research. In this remote corner of the world, something flickered at the edge of his vision, a shimmer almost like heat rising from concrete, but this was different. The ocean's surface rippled unnaturally, creating a distortion that seemed to bend light and reality simultaneously. Nara's advanced camouflage technology was nearly perfect. Her biomechanical suit adapted to surrounding environments with microscopic precision, making her practically invisible. But Jay's years of marine observation had sharpened senses most would consider supernatural. A sudden electromagnetic pulse disrupted the station's communication systems. Computers flickered. Emergency lights blinked. Something was approaching. The spacecraft materialized slowly, like watercolors bleeding into a canvas. Sleek, silent, impossibly geometric. Its surface resembled liquid metal, constantly shifting and reshaping. No visible propulsion system, no traditional rocket exhaust, just pure, elegant technological mastery. Jay's hand instinctively reached for his marine research tablet. His fingers trembled slightly, not from fear but pure scientific excitement. Whatever was happening transcended typical human understanding. The craft's landing was so smooth, it seemed to float rather than touch ground. No crater, no displaced earth, just a gentle integration with the landscape, as if the vessel was more a living organism than a machine. Nara's mission parameters were clear: observe, analyze, determine human reproductive and adaptive capabilities. But something about this particular human intrigued her more than standard protocols suggested. Jay Park wasn't just another research scientist. His background was uniquely complex, a marine biologist with advanced degrees in xenobiology and quantum mechanics. His research papers had explored theoretical interspecies communication models that most academic circles considered pure science fiction. The spacecraft's outer membrane began translating environmental data. Atmospheric composition, gravitational, nuances, electromagnetic frequencies, biological signatures. Everything was recorded, analyzed, and processed within milliseconds. A small drone-like extension emerged from the vessel. Approximately the size of a hummingbird, it moved with liquid grace. Microscopic sensors scanned Jay's biological signatures, heart rate, neural activity, cellular composition. "Interesting," Nara whispered, her translation matrix converting her native language into perfect, unaccented English. Jay noticed the drone. Most people would have panicked. He smiled. "Hello there," he said casually, as if greeting an unexpected research assistant. The drone hovered, analyzed, calculated. Underneath her technological armor, Nara felt something unprecedented. Curiosity mixed with a sensation her species rarely experienced, genuine intrigue. The research station sat on a dramatic coastline where dense pine forests met rocky Pacific shores. Massive wind turbines spun lazily in the background, generating clean energy. Solar panels glinted like technological scales across research building rooftops. Jay's work focused on marine ecosystem restoration. He had developed revolutionary techniques for regenerating coral reefs and tracking oceanic microorganism migrations. His methods combined cutting-edge technology with deep ecological understanding. The drone completed its initial scan. Nara's data streams confirmed what her intuition already suspected. This human was different. Not just intelligent, not just adaptable. Something more. Sudden movement caught Jay's attention. A pod of dolphins breached nearby, their synchronized jumps, creating a natural ballet against the gray-blue horizon. He instinctively reached for his high-resolution camera. The drone followed his movement, recorded, analyzed. Nara's mission was clear: determine if humans represented a potential threat or an extraordinary evolutionary anomaly. But standing invisible, watching Jay's seamless interaction with his environment, she was beginning to suspect something far more complex was unfolding. One thing became certain: this wouldn't be a typical reconnaissance mission. The Pacific waves crashed. The wind whispered. Technology and nature danced their eternal, mysterious dance. First contact had begun. Thanks for listening. The research station's evening calm shattered unexpectedly. A massive storm system rolled in, transforming the Pacific coastline into a chaotic symphony of wind and waves. Lightning crackled across steel-gray skies, illuminating the research facility's complex network of buildings and observation platforms. Jay Park monitored the incoming weather system, his fingers dancing across multiple holographic displays. Advanced meteorological algorithms predicted potential marine ecosystem disruptions. Each lightning strike could potentially impact delicate underwater research zones. Nara watched from her concealed observation point, her biomechanical suit seamlessly blending with the surrounding technological infrastructure. Her mission protocols demanded emotional detachment, but something about Jay's intense concentration challenged her understanding of biological intelligence. Suddenly, an emergency alarm pierced the facility's communication systems. A small research vessel had been caught in the storm's epicenter, approximately 12 nautical miles offshore. Standard rescue protocols indicated minimal survival chances. Most scientists would have waited for official Coast Guard response. Not. Jay, without hesitation, he activated the station's emergency rescue protocol. Specialized marine rescue equipment emerged from concealed compartments, an advanced hydrofoil rescue craft designed for extreme maritime conditions. Nara's technological systems went into hyperdrive. Her mission parameters suddenly felt irrelevant. This human was preparing to risk his own survival for unknown individuals. The hydrofoil burst from its protective hangar, cutting through massive waves with surgical precision. Jay's hands moved with practiced efficiency, navigating complex marine environments like a digital maestro, conducting a technological orchestra. Communication channels crackled, distress signals mixed with static. 3 marine researchers were trapped, their vessel slowly disintegrating against relentless oceanic forces. Nara's advanced scanning systems calculated survival probabilities. Mathematical models suggested a 22.6% chance of successful rescue. Her species would have considered the mission strategically illogical, but humans operated differently. Jay's rescue approach defied traditional technological calculations. He wasn't just following scientific protocols, he was driven by something more profound, a complex emotional mechanism her civilization struggled to comprehend. Lightning illuminated the rescue craft's trajectory. Each wave became a potential death sentence. Mechanical systems strained against natural forces, pushing technological limits. The trapped researcher's vessel was breaking apart. Metal structures groaned. Electronic systems failed. Survival seemed impossible. But Jay didn't see impossible. He saw opportunity. His specialized hydrofoil featured experimental quantum stabilization technology, a breakthrough he had personally developed. Adaptive molecular structures could reconfigure instantaneously, allowing unprecedented maneuverability. One by one, he retrieved the trapped researchers. Each rescue defied mathematical probability. Each movement demonstrated a fusion of technological mastery and pure human determination. Nara's observation systems captured EV